Hi guys, in this video I will be going over my favorite gouache supplies. These are suitable for beginners and advanced artists, and I have a mixture of affordable and higher end products. I hope you find this video helpful, and if you do, please click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more. Let's start with brushes. I've been loving the Princeton brand, especially their long round brushes. This one is a size 6 and it comes to a very fine tip and great to paint details or small paintings. Then you have the 3/4 inch wash, the size 8 long round, the filbert size 8 that I use for finer details as well as flat washes, and the 1/2 inch angle shader, which I use mostly for skies. When painting, I like to have maximum 2 or 3 brushes, so it's important for my paintbrushes to be as multi-purpose as possible. And as you can see here in the swatching, these ones that I have chosen can do as much as I need them to, which is really nice for me. And as you can see, here are some of the swatches. It's also very important to note that I do most of my paintings in my sketchbooks. If you guys were to do bigger paintings on canvases or bigger papers, these paintbrushes might not be ideal for your needs. If I had to recommend 3 brushes to start with, it would definitely be a round brush size 6 or 8, a filbert brush size 6 or 8 as well, and one flat brush, whether it's 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch. So, as I mentioned before, I mostly paint in sketchbooks, but once in a while I will go and paint on a paper. And I will be going over my favorite sketchbooks from the most affordable to the most expensive ones, as well as my favorite paper brand. Let's start with the first one, which is the Chromatech watercolor paper. I recently discovered this on Amazon and it's a really good price. And if you're just starting out, I would definitely recommend this one to practice with. It is really good quality. It's 300 GSM cold press and I can't say anything bad about it so far. The next one is Sketchbooks from Handbook Journal Co., also found on Amazon. This paper is much more thinner than the other ones, so I use this. As you can see here in the video, it's a little bit more thinner, so I use it mostly for techniques and practices and swatches. Next up, we have my favorite and probably my only paper that I use, and those are the Arches watercolor paper. I like both cold press and hot press, although I have to say that the cold press are more fun for me. I don't know, I do enjoy painting on them more because I'm someone who likes texture. The most amazing sketchbook ever is the Moleskine one. They are a little bit pricier, but if I were to recommend one sketchbook, it would be those. They are perfect for watercolor, for gouache. Like, I've used them so much and I keep going back to them, and as you can see, I have two sizes, one A5 I believe, and the other one is 8x11. I recently got this one and that's all I've been using, guys, as you guys can see from my previous videos. I've just been really loving this one. So now let's go into paints. When I first started painting with gouache, I watched a lot of YouTube videos trying to understand which paint I should get, and I stumbled across the Himi gouache and I bought it right away. And I have to say that this is my second box. I have been using it since I started to practice. This is what I learned gouache with, and I wouldn't recommend any other paint to start with, guys. This is really good paint for what it's worth. It's $20 and you get as much paint as possible. A much more expensive set of gouache that I would recommend is the Holbein gouache. I love the consistency and the pigment and everything about it, and that's my go-to right now. For palette, I don't like to complicate my life, so I just buy these palette papers and they are really nice because I just throw them away after. And the one I have been using is the Soho Urban Artists that I got from Jerry's. Then as far as paint palettes, I found these on Amazon and they are Stay Wet palettes, and I use them for both my regular gouache and my acrylic gouache, as you can see here, and they are really great. They keep my paints wet and they don't dry out, as I also have a medium that I put in the paints that I will be talking about next. And then last but not least, I would definitely recommend you guys to buy this medium and add it to your paints, and it will keep your paint soft in your Stay Wet palette instead of adding water every time. So these are my go-to gouache supplies. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you found it helpful, please don't forget to subscribe and give it a thumbs up, as it helps my channel a lot. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.